Hey everybody, Sue Trombino here with Women Impacting the Nation, and we just want to give a huge shout out for a movie that is really the blockbuster of the summer, and it's Sound of Freedom. If you have not watched this movie, it's a must see. And if you have watched the movie, I'm going to give you an action step because this movie is obviously incredibly well done, incredibly professionally done with Jim Caviezel, and it's a true documentary story about with Tim Ballard, and it's all on sex trafficking and of our children. And to tell you about this movie, God's children are not for sale. It is vital that we all just step up to the plate and act. And faith without action is dead. And so it's one thing to go watch the movie and talk about it to your friends and pay it forward, get other people, buy a ticket for somebody to go watch this movie, and that's awesome. But then there's got to be an action step. And I'm going to give you two numbers, and I'm going to hope and pray that the millions of people that have helped to make this movie to go over $100 million, that all those people will take this action. The first action is to call this number, 202-456-1111. That is the White House. And we're asking you to call the White House, the President of the United States, and tell him to do what he put his hand on a Bible and swore to do, and that was to uphold the U.S. Constitution and to close the border. He must close the border. Number two is to call the other number, 202-224-3121. That is the White House or the Congress and Legislators switchboard, Congress and Senate, the switchboard. And take the time to call every one of your congressmen and your senators, every one of them, and tell them, again, they put their hand on a Bible, swore to uphold the U.S. Constitution, and tell them to not usurp their oath. Tell them to close the border. Republicans, Democrats, Independents all need to be coming together on this one issue. This is not a political issue. This is about that God's children are not for sale. This is a must stop. And I just ask, and I'm planting the seed about why isn't the media? Why isn't Hollywood? Why aren't the congressmen and senators, the White House? Why isn't everybody up in arms of talking about this movie? Why is it just the people that are doing it? Why is this movie, usurped, a lot of the other blockbuster movies of this summer? They have surpassed this. And you know why? It's because we, the people, are going to watch it. And that's fine, but we are a $150 billion industry. That is what the sex trafficking is. $150 billion industry. We are the number one consumer in sex trafficking. I want you to think about that. God's children are not for sale. And if all these other entities are not talking about it, why is that? I'm just planting the seed. I'm just asking the question. Are they complicit? Why? How could you not want to show this movie and want to not stop sex trafficking of children? It is just evil. It is appalling. It is despicable. And it is up to us. We have to choose to do something. You cannot just sit there and do nothing. What are you willing to do to stop this evil? I don't know, but I'm asking you, if all those millions of people that have seen this movie, they need to go and call those numbers that I just gave you, and we'll have it at the bottom of the screen. Go and watch this movie and do something about it. Ephesians 6:13 says, "And having done all, you stand." But you better know what you're standing for. And if you can't stand for the children, God's children, I don't know what to say, but one day you're going to stand before the Lord. And he's either going to say, well done, or he's not. But this is vital. And we at Women Impacting the Nation, we are standing with Sound of Freedom. And so I'm asking you to pay it forward after you've seen a movie. Take somebody else to the movie with you, or give them a ticket so that they can watch it. And then make those phone calls. That's the least that we can do. We will continue to give you action steps on how we can stop this atrocity, this evil. But for right now, go watch the movie and then call those numbers. The White House, 202-456-1111. And the switchboard at the Capitol is 202 224-3121. Because remember, when we show up, we win. God bless you.